In question 16 part A, we need to turn some fractions into decimals. 3 over 50, if you double the numerator and denominator, you get 6 over 100. So this fraction is the same. And then if you remember from place value, what all the different columns stand for, hundredths, tenths, units, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and so on, we have 6 100ths, which is the same as 0.06. Part 2, there's no easy way to do this using a similar method to above. It's not easy to turn this into a fraction with 10 or 100 on the bottom. If you can remember though that 19 is 0.11111 or 0.1 recurring, then 2/9 is just double that, which is 0.2 recurring. Part B, we have to calculate 5 squared multiplied by 5 to the 5 over 5 to the 4. 5 squared is 25, and 5 to the 5 means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which is going to give you quite a big number. You don't have to multiply these together and then work out what this is and do the division. There's a shortcut. Now, remember, 5 squared means 5 times 5. 5 to the power 5. So we need 5 5s multiplied together. So that's the same as that part. That's the same as that part. And they've been multiplied together. They then get divided by 5 to the power 4, which is that. Now, if we have a look at this calculation here, 3 times 5 divided by 5. 3 times 5 would be 15, and then when you divide 15 by 5, you get back to 3. So what this shows you is that if you multiply by a number and then divide by the same number, those two things end up cancelling one another out. So that 5 and that 5 cancel, as do those two, as do those two, as do those two, leaving you with just 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And then B part 2 is a calculation with fractions. You've got mixed numbers. My preferred method is to turn these into top-heavy fractions. So 1 whole 1 is 3/3. So 3 whole 1s is 9/3. So 3 and 1/3. Well, this is 9/3 and this is 1/3. So 3 and 1/3 is 10/3 altogether. Do the same thing with this fraction. 1 whole 1 is 6/6. So altogether here, you've got 11/6. You can't take away these just yet because they have different denominators. We need to change either one or both of the fractions so they have the same denominator. This fraction is the same as 20 over 6. If we double the top and double the bottom, we get an equivalent fraction. And now that we have the same number on the bottom of the two fractions, we can subtract them. 20/6 take away 11/6 is 9/6. That will simplify. Both of these numbers will divide by 3. Simplifies to 3 over 2, which is the same as 1 1/2.